Okay, so the question this time is, let's say you would like to jump, you would like to get till stair n. ठीक है? So n can be, let's say, 100. ठीक है? Actually, let's start with a smaller value. Let's start with 10, right? You want to get till stair 10. And the way that you go to the stair is you take steps in ones or twos, right? So you can do uh, two, 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 two. So five steps, and then you'll get till 10, right? I basically want to count all of the number of ways I can actually get to 10. ठीक है? So one way to get to 10 is टू 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 सारे पांच दफ़ा आप करें 10 तक पहुंच गए. एक और तरीका है वन 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 वन, कितनी 10 दफ़ा करेंगे आप 10 तक पहुंच जाएंगे. Then you can do something different. So you can do one, two, so one, two, two, two. So that's six, and then so hold on, that's nine, and then one, right? So that's a 10. So you're gonna be skipping in ones or twos, right? And you basically have the the problem statement is very simple. You just want to find out all of the distinct number of ways that you could actually get to 10. Now, before I actually start working on the actual solution, does anyone have any questions regarding the question? Does anyone have any ideas about how to approach the question? Remember, a sequence is different not by the number of ones and twos, but by literally the sequence of ones and twos that you took. So, for example, if I took five twos to get till 10, and instead of that, I took four twos and then one one, okay? That would actually also get me to 10, right? So, I want to count all of the ways that I can actually get to 10. So, does anyone have any approach on how to actually do this? Let's say you're just doing this using recursion. Is there any recursive approach that you could think of? Let's say I'm trying to find out the number of ways to get to, let's take a simple number. How many ways are there to get till 4? One way is 2 2, that's the simplest one. Then there's 2 1 1, right? Then there's 1 2 1, and then there's 1 1 1. Faris is 4. 4 factorial. Faris is not going to be 4 factorial. uh, it's actually a lot it's actually a lot lesser than that, right? Because you have to get till exactly 4, right? You have to get till the fourth stair. You start off at 0, you have to get till 4. You can either do plus 1 or you can do plus 2. So there's actually not that many combinations, and I've actually written down all the combinations over here. 2 2, then there's 4 ones, and there's gonna be 1 1 और एक दो आपने इस्तेमाल किया हुआ कहीं भी. इसके अलावा कोई हमारे पास जगह है? Is there any other way you guys can think of to get to 4? Am I missing something? Oh, I can also do 1 1 2. Right? What's the question? I just joined. The question is, you would like to get to the nth stair. You are standing at 0. You would like to get at stair n. In this case, n is 4. You can jump up in plus 1 or plus 2, right? How many different ways are there to get to n? In this case, 4. So the way to get till fourth step, there are this many ways. या आपने 2 2 किया, या आपने 2 plus 1 1 plus 2 plus 1, या 1 1 1 चार दफा, या 1 1 or 2. You would like to find out all of the ways to do this. ठीक है. Let's actually start getting towards the answer now. So when you're thinking in terms of recursion, the basic idea is to break down your problem into smaller parts. तो अगर मेरा फाइनल फंक्शन होता वेज ऑफ 4, इसका आंसर कुछ आता है ना, इसका आंसर आना चाहिए 5. तो अगर इसको रिकर्सिवली मैं देखूंगा, तो इट्स गोना बी समथिंग लाइक वेज ऑफ n. Ways represents the number of ways to get till n. ठीक है, that's फंक्शन है. So I'm defining a function here, waves, and this is going to depend on something, on like a smaller value of n, right? That's the idea of recursion. You're going to recurse on a smaller input, right? Think of it like this: if I had to get to the fourth stair, उससे पहले मैं कहाँ हो सकता हूँ? Immediately before, what was my previous stair level? What are the two possibilities that I could jump from directly to 4? Immediately 4 से पहले कौन सी सीढ़ी पे था मैं? I could have been 3 or 2, perfect. So I could have been a 3 or 2. So moving downwards, there's actually only two possibilities. You either came from 3 or you came from 2, right? Now, think of all of the permutations that get here. All of the permutations, look at all the end में plus 2 हो रहा है या plus 1 हो रहा है, right? In all of the ones that ended in a plus 1, उससे पहले क्या हुआ होगा? Plus 2 plus 1. Look, the end result has to be a 4, right? You're going to plus 2 plus 1 all the way up till a 4. Let's look at all of the cases that ended with a 1. Okay? How many stairs have you climbed before in this case? 3, right? Obviously, if the last step is a 1, इसका मतलब previous सारे steps में से हमारा final answer क्या आया होगा? 3. So all of the steps before the last one wala step have to have helped me climb up to exactly 3, right? Which makes sense. It's obvious. And if you think about it, these are basically all of the ways that I can actually make a 3. So if I actually have to get to a 4, the way to do that is get to a 3 and then plus 1, or you can also do get to a 2 plus 2, right? These are the two ways of getting to a 4. Basically means आप 3 तक पहुंचे और फिर plus 1 किया, या आप 2 तक पहुंचे और फिर आपने plus 2 किया, और कोई रास्ते नहीं है, given that you're counting exactly immediately last step. अगर हमारे पास 5 होता तो हमने क्या किया होता? या तो 4 तक पहुंचो फिर plus 1, या हम 3 तक पहुंचो फिर plus 2. These are the only ways of getting 5, है ना? So forget the last step. You have to do the last step, and the last step is either going to be a 1 or a 2. And that depends upon your second last state. The second last state is either going to be a 4 or a 3 if you're dealing with a 5. Okay? Let's stick to 5 because 4 के अंदर ना, actually let's stick to 4 क्योंकि मेरे पास working wave है. Let's stick to 4. And so if you think about it, the number of ways to get to a 4, the last step has to be a plus 1 or a plus 2. अब उससे पहले आप पहुंचोगे 3 पर, और यहाँ पे इससे पहले पहुंचोगे यहाँ पर, सॉरी, 2 पर. यहाँ पर आप 2 तक पहुंचे होगे, यहाँ पे आप 3 तक पहुंचे होगे. सो थिंक ऑफ ऑल ऑफ द वेज दैट यू कैन गेट टू अ 3, और उन सारी वेज के बाद आपको प्लस 1 करना हाला जरूरी है क्योंकि आपको 4 तक पहुंचना है. सो द नंबर ऑफ वेज to get to this 3, and in this case consider all the ways that you have. Can you repeat the question? Sure. So the question, Aska, is that you would like to get to some stair, let's call that stair 4. Basically, it's going to be represented by n. We want to count the number of ways that we can jump up till stair n. ठीक है? Currently, we are taking stair n is equal to 4 या 5 भी देख रहा था. Let's say n is equal to 4. ठीक है? You start at level 0. You would like to get till 4. You can jump in plus 1 या plus 2. ठीक है? So to get to 4, how many ways are there to get to 4 given that you started at 0? या तो plus 2 किया आपने, या आपने plus 2 1 1 किया, या 1 2 1 किया, या 1 1 1 1 किया, या 1 1 और 2 किया, right? So you're counting all of the possible ways that you can sum up till 4. So remember, and the sequence obviously matters because पहले आपने 1 लिया या 2 लिया, that depends, that changes the order of the sequences, right? ठीक है? So fair. We were thinking of this recursively, and we got to the part that if you're getting to the end stair, all of the whenever you're getting to the end stair, you will do some last step. The last step will either be a plus 1 or a plus 2. ठीक है? अगर आप 3 तक पहुंच गए, आपके पास कोई चॉइस नहीं है, देयर इज ओनली वन चॉइस, आपने एक और स्टेप करना है, दैट्स यू विल गेट टू अ 4. इफ यू हैव गॉटन टिल 3, यू हैव टू मेक एग्जैक्टली वन स्टेप. ठीक है? एंड इफ यू गेट टू 2, यू विल मेक एग्जैक्टली 2 स्टेप्स. ठीक है. तो if you are standing at 2, the only way to get to a 4 in one step is one there's one possible case कि आप plus 2 में करो. And if you're standing at a 3, there's only one way to get to a 4 immediately, which is plus 1 करो. Obviously that's trivial. So if I wanted to find out the number of ways I can get to 4, it's basically या तो आखिरी step single step था या double step था. Sum up the ways that you can get to a 3 and sum up the ways that you can get to a 2, and you will have the number of ways that you can get to a 4. And यहाँ पर आप देखें exactly यही हुआ है. 4 तक पहुंचना था ना, इसका sum देखो. In this case, the sum was 2, which makes sense because this sums up till you got till 4 in the end. The second last step was a 2, so previous all steps got till 2. In this case, and these cases in which the last step was a 1, the accumulated steps only got to you till 3. So these are all of the ways to actually get till 3. So if I want to get to a 4, I just have to look at the number of ways to get to a 3 and the number of ways to get to 2, and I just sum them up, which makes sense. This makes sense, right? Is there any questions regarding this concept? अभी कोई सवाल है तो पूछो, because after this it's just memorizing the answer and finding the final answer. Makes sense. All right. Okay. So if I wanted to define my function now uh, of n, मैंने func लिख दिया, you get the idea. So what does the answer depend on? So func of n is equal to return what? What am I going to return? I'm supposed to return function of. Does anyone want to answer? So the number of ways that I can get to n is basically the number of ways that I get to n minus 2 or n minus 1, right? Perfect. Yeah, perfect. N minus 2 plus of n minus 1. This is straightforward, right? अच्छा, इसमें मसला क्या है? इसमें मसला ये है कि when you're standing at, let's say, f of, let's say, 7. F of 7, actually no, let's just call it f of n. F of n calls f of n minus 1 and n minus 2, right? N minus 2 will call n minus 3 and n minus 4. And n minus ये वाली जो call थी, let's just write this as n minus 1. You guys get the idea? This depends on f of n minus 2 and f of n minus 3, right? And let's say this was actually 1000, n was 1000, right? So when you called f of 1000, it would depend on 999 and 998, and this would depend upon 998 and 997, and this guy would depend on 998 and 997, 996. Okay. You got the idea. The idea is we're just doing redundant calls, right? यहाँ पर आपने f of n minus 2 निकालना था. Now think of it logically. अगर आप Python में करोगे, सबसे पहले इसको कॉल किया जाएगा, फिर वो कहेगा f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. लेकिन सबसे पहले उसको evaluate करने की कोशिश करेगा, वो फौरन इस ब्रांच में जाएगा, फिर उसकी ब्रांच, you get the idea. मसला ये है कि जब ये पूरी ब्रांच evaluate हो जाएगी, इसका आंसर आ जाएगा, तो देखो यहाँ पर आपने n minus 2 का आंसर निकाला हुआ होगा. अब जब ये वाली ब्रांच प्रोसेस करने लगेगा, इसको पूरा शुरू से आंसर निकालना शुरू करेगा. So you understand why we actually need dynamic programming here. It's because our answers are getting reused in this case. This is why we actually need DP for this. Recursive approach also works. Our function would work here, but you actually want to reduce the number of repetitive calls here. So what you would do is you would just store your answers in an array. So if I was trying to find out the number of ways I can get to stairs of n, what I would do is I would first memorize कि मैं check करूँगा do I already have the answer. Let's say I made a DP array of size n, पहले से बना लूँगा मैं, और उसके अंदर मैं डाल दूँगा I'm going to initialize that array with, let's say, you're going to start by initializing the array with n values, and all of them are going to be, sorry, they're all going to be zeros. Let's say -1 कर दिया, -1 कर दो या null कर दो या कुछ भी कर दो. Don't do zero because zero is a actual value. And you're going to fill this up for, like, let's say n values, right? Python के अंदर इस तरह करते हैं, right? So this will be an array of size n is all going to be populated with -1s, right? Initially it's going to be like this, right? And then whenever you actually want to find out the value of n, you're going to actually depend on, you're going to first look into the dp table, right? If dp of n is not -1, then return dp of n. That would be the idea. That's the whole idea of memoization, right? Top down approach के अंदर ये करते हैं. We memorize, we fill our dp table. And so if you actually want to find out the answer, you might have already calculated it. First look in the dp table or the dp array कि हमारे पास पहले से आंसर है या नहीं. अगर है तो वही रिटर्न कर दो. अगर नहीं है तो फिर compute करो. And if you actually have to compute it, then what are you going to do? You're going to do f. So if dp of n return dp of n, else का मतलब है if dp of n is not null. Python की syntax है. वरना आप क्या करेंगे? You're gonna actually find the answer. Answer is equal to, it's gonna be func of n minus 1 plus n minus, एक तो यार, func of n minus 2. You guys get the idea, right? And then you're gonna store the answer in dp of n. You're gonna, because this answer was just calculated, you'll say dp of n is equal to answer, and then you're gonna return dp of n or answer. एक ही बात है, it doesn't really matter. ठीक है? So that's gonna be the memoizing approach for this question. Now this is a fairly easy question. Let's move on to something slightly harder. ठीक है? The question again is very simple. You have a string s. Let's say it's actually, let me look at the question here. So the idea is you have a string s and you want to find out the longest palindrome inside it, right? And the palindrome can be a subsequence. Okay. So a second. Yeah. So let's say you have some B, B, A, B. Okay? And you would like to find out the longest palindromic subsequence. Actually, let's do substring first. Let's do substring. If you are given a string first and you have to find out the longest substring, do you know the difference between a substring and subsequence? A substring is basically a sequence, like direct sequence, right? A subsequence is going to be जी हम ना. You want to ask something? Okay. Fair. So a substring is basically a sequence of letters inside this, right? And a subsequence is basically, this can be a subsequence. So a substring has to be contiguous. You cannot leave out elements. In a subsequence, you can leave out elements. Okay? So if I wanted to find out the longest substring inside this, how would I do it? Think of it recursively. We're going to be looking at, initially we're going to be looking at the entire string. Yeah, शुरू से लेकर end तक, right? The value of whether or not this is a substring depends upon, सबसे पहले तो आप चेक करोगे क्या ये दोनों सेम है. अगर ये दोनों सेम है, then you can look at the next two letters, right? अगर ये दोनों सेम नहीं है, what is the longest length that you need to consider now? Let's say this is the longest length is currently, let's say you haven't found out any answers. What is the longest length of the palindromic substring in this? It's going to be obviously 5. अभी हम कंसिडर करें ऑफ साइज 5। तो आपने सबसे एंड पे जो लेटर्स थे ना उन दोनों को देखा, वो दोनों सेम थे, तो आपने क्या कहा, लेट्स गो इनसाइड वन मोर स्टेप, तो यहां पर आ गया, ठीक है। नाउ यू गॉट टू डिफरेंट लेटर्स, so this tells you immediately कि अंदर वाली string नहीं है, and the general idea is you would just be looking at all of the मतलब you would be breaking up in, so any substring essentially starts at an I value and ends at a J value, right? You would just be finding out okay, whether or not each substring ending at I to J is a substring or not, right? And so what you would do is you would start off by initializing for all I comma J जिसके अंदर I और J सेम है, इसका बेसिकली मतलब है, सो इफ आई एम जस्ट कंसीडरिंग दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, दिस लेंथ, ठीक है, एंड देन यू कैन स्टार्ट एक्सपैंडिंग, राइट। लेट्स लुक एट द सबसीक्वेंस वाला अप्रोच बिकॉज दैट्स एक्चुअली अ स्लाइटली हार्डर क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। अच्छा, ओके, so now what we're going to try to find is actually what is the longest subsequence that is palindromic inside this, ठीक है। The way this is going to work is each subsequence is basically going to be, you basically have to go through each letter and you have to choose अच्छा इसको लेना है या नहीं लेना palindromic subsequence के अंदर, ठीक है। So we're going to start at the end कि अच्छा I is equal to 0 और J is equal to 4, या actually 1 and 4, 1 और 5 कर लेते हैं in for this case, yeah. J is equal to 5, right? And now we're going to look at the first and the last, सही है। We're basically looking at the can I find basically a length 5 की subsequence, इस तरह से आप सोच लें, ठीक है। You consider the entire length, so this was basically considering this and this end पे, ठीक है। अब अच्छा, wait, let me think of a good way to explain this. Func plus 2 times नहीं, बांग क्यों, function of n minus 1 plus 2 times, why is it 2 times n minus 2? You just have to get to the second last step and then plus 2 कर लो ना। Okay, yeah, this is how we're going to look at this. So what you can do in this case is make a table, right? And the table is basically going to be an n by n table, सही है, okay. First, let's understand what the table represents. The value in here is basically going to be um, okay. Let's look at no, you shouldn't do it like this. Okay. So we're going to define a function LPS, longest palindromic subsequence, and it's going to take two parameters. It's going to take the starting and the ending of the letters that you're considering, okay? So initially, let's say we're considering the entire length of characters from 0 से लेकर 4th वाला index तक, ठीक है। अब We're going to try to find out the longest length palindromic subsequence in this. Okay? Is this stable for all possible subsequences? इसका all possible subsequences थोड़े मेरे ख्याल से ज़्यादा हो जाएंगे. This is basically all of the possible what is the all of the possible substrings actually समझ लो. ठीक है ना? Every substring will start at I and end at some j. ना? इस तरह समझ लो. So we're trying to find recursively find we're going to try to find the largest possible palindromic subsequence in a certain length. ठीक है? If I was trying to find out the longest palindrome subsequence in this length, we have these two letters at the end, right? That longest palindrome subsequence will either contain both of these letters, or one of these letters, or none of these letters. ठीक है? सही है? The way you're going to work is, let's look at this. ठीक है? In this case, the letters were the same, right? So you can arbitrarily count these letters in your subsequence. सही है? इस पूरे because LCBS के अंदर क्या कर सकते हैं? You can either choose or not choose a letter, right? So if you're looking at the entire range and you're trying to find out, अच्छा, given that I have the entire range of letters B, B, A, B के अंदर, we're going to try to find out LCS within smaller parts of the string. Currently, we're considering the entire string, and we're standing at, अच्छा, what are the edge letters that we're looking at? यहाँ पर भी B था, यहाँ पर भी B था. तो इन दोनों को तो obviously हम count कर सकते हैं ना, ठीक है ना? Obviously, in our longest palindromic subsequence, we would like to keep these two. अब हम क्या करेंगे? We're gonna move inside. तो इसके अंदर आ गए. So B and A पे आ गए. So now we were standing at this point. B and A, right? B and A are not the same, right? So we obviously don't want to be counting this in our longest palindromic subsequence. अभी तक देखो हमारे पास जो we are the longest palindromic subsequence that we're making right now, we know that it ends at a B. हमें पता नहीं है अंदर के अंदर क्या end करेगा, right? We're trying to find out the next two letters, right? We looked at the next two letters immediately. अभी था B और A था, तो वो दोनों different थे, right? तो अब हम क्या कर सकते हैं? अब हम या तो इसको आगे बढ़ सकते हैं and we discard this letter and we look for another A, or we discard this letter, right? We have two choices. When the letters are different, we basically have two choices. ये था तो लेफ्ट से आगे आ जाओ या राइट से आगे आ जाओ. अगर हम लेफ्ट से आगे आए तो हमारे पास क्या आएगा? B और A फिर से आ जाएगा. And in that case, what is the longest possible string that you have made? Let's go over this one more time. We're trying to find out the longest palindromic subsequence. ठीक है? We're going to start from the end of the string. तो हम बिल्कुल edges पे खड़े हुए हैं. ठीक है? We looked at the two letters. ठीक है? If the two letters are the same, we will consider them and then we will move inside. ठीक है? Immediately. At the end, बिल्कुल जो था क्या था? दोनों letters same थे. तो हमने कहा यार इन दोनों को तो हम रख ही सकते हैं, इन दोनों को क्यों छोड़े? edge वाले क्यों छोड़े? तो हमने दोनों को ले लिया और हम अंदर वाली स्ट्रिंग के पास आ गए. ठीक है? अब हमारे पास जो स्ट्रिंग बची थी वो थी बी और ए. हमारे पास जो एज वाले लेटर्स थे वो दोनों सेम नहीं थे. So the next pair of letters, whenever you're working in a palindrome, the letters that you're going to encounter in this case are going to be the same, right? जो भी आते रहेंगे, they're going to be the same. Start the left pointer from start again and move the right pointer to the left. Start the left pointer from the start again and move the. So Itban, you're saying something else. You're saying के left को शुरू से कर लो. Don't go to the start, because you can obviously count the last two because है ना, because we were trying to look for the longest palindromic subsequence, right? तो इन दोनों को तो count कर ही सकते हो, and then you can find out whatever smaller string that you can find in this. ठीक है? Imagine I gave you the string, because when we're counting the last letters हम basically कर क्या रहे हैं? हम कह रहे हैं कि यार इन दोनों को इग्नोर भी कर लो, अंदर वाली स्ट्रिंग के अंदर जितना भी लंबा एलसीएस निकल सकता था वो निकालो और फिर एंड पे बी और बी लगा लेना, बिकॉज हमें पता है वो तो एंड वाला आंसर बी और बी है ही, तो उसकी स्ट्रिंग की लेंथ हो जाएगी +2. बट करंटली हमारे पास आखिरी के दो लेटर्स हमने कंसिडर कर लिए, एंड देन वी लुक्ड एट द नेक्स्ट टू लेटर्स इनसाइड. वो क्या है? बी और ए. नाउ दीज आर डिफरेंट, राइट? व्हेनेवर वी आर मेकिंग आवर पैलिंड्रोमिक सबसीक्वेंस, हमारा जो भी हम लेटर्स चूज कर रहे होंगे बाहर से वो दोनों सेम 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 ले रहे होंगे ना, until we get to the middle, right? That's a general idea. Now, first we picked a B and a B. The next two letters we got were a B and an A. And these two were different. right? So we had a choice here. We could either move in और like मतलब लेफ्ट से अंदर आ सकते हैं या हम राइट को अंदर ला सकते हैं. हम किसको कौन से पॉइंटर को हमें अंदर मूव करना चाहिए इन दिस केस? राइट,
हम
एग्जैक्टली
दोनों
राइट.
को प्राइवेट नहीं करेंगे.
हम किसको करेंगे?
Like अगर हमारे पास different characters आते हैं, so should we make a recursive call and then choose the max from that?
व्हाट डू यू मीन डिफरेंट लेटर्स लाइक ए बी सी इस तरह से?
Right. So you had B's. आपका ये हो गया part of your subsequence. But when you encounter B and A and you have different, so you have to check like दोनों की तरफ से कि क्या possibilities निकलती हैं.
हाँ बिल्कुल, मतलब दोनों तरफ से अंदर तो
Like
आना
right
है.
now, yeah.
या बिल्कुल. सो यू एक्चुअली हैव टू डिस्कार्ड वन ऑफ देम, राइट? ठीक है. सो
But you can't discard right away. Like आपको पहले वो नहीं verify करना होगा कि कौन सा longest subsequence हमें देगा.
वी आर गोना आइडेंटिफाई द लॉन्गेस्ट कॉमन सबसीक्वेंस. देखो लॉन्गेस्ट कॉमन सबसीक्वेंस के अंदर इन दिस केस असली में स्ट्रिंग मैंने बहुत छोटी ली है, so it's kind of hard to demonstrate.
ये छोटे या so like if it was a longer string हमें नहीं पता ना कि कौन सा discard करना चाहिए right away. So wouldn't we make 2 calls and then choose the max from that to see कि किसके रखने से we get a longer subsequence?
Yes, generally what you're saying is correct, but you're basically saying कि दो calls कौन सी होंगी? या तो हमने when you're considering the BBA string, we're gonna say अच्छा यार
Yeah,
इस B को छोड़ दो, let's just consider the BA वाली string. इसके अंदर
yeah.
longest common subsequence निकालो, या हम इसको छोड़ देते हैं, इसके अंदर longest common sequence निकालते हैं. आप इसके लिए यही कह रही हैं, इन दोनों का max लेंगे ना?
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. So that's exactly the logic. That's exactly what we're going to be doing.
ठीक है.
We're going to move in the pointers and we're going to consider both cases. Now, in each point, now think of what the function is actually doing. When you're finding the longest palindromic subsequence, given that your string, हमारे पास कोई string s है, and you're currently standing at the indexes I and j. In the starting, you stand at 0 and n minus 1. है ना, बिल्कुल end पे खड़े हो रहे हैं. हमने कहा अगर दोनों same है, if same, then we can obviously count those two. ठीक है ना, उन दोनों को तो जाहिर सी बात है उनको तो काउंट कर ही लो. ठीक है, उन दोनों को काउंट कर ली एंड देन वी लुक्ड एट द नेक्स्ट रेंज व्हिच वाज 1 एंड n minus 2. तो इमीडिएटली हम अंदर आ गए, लेफ्ट को आगे बढ़ा दिया, राइट को और लेफ्ट पे कर दिया, एक माइनस कर दिया. अगर डिफरेंट हैं वी हैव अ चॉइस. अच्छा सॉरी, हाँ एक सेकंड, फर्स्ट लेट मी कंप्लीटली राइट द रिकर्सिव कॉल. अगर ये दोनों लेटर्स आई और जे पे जो लेटर्स है, लेटर एट आई एंड द लेटर एट जे, अगर ये दोनों सेम था, then all you have to do is find the longest possible subsequence in the range within it. So 1 comma n minus 2 इस अंदर वाली range के अंदर check करो. And then what do you want to do? You find out the longest value and then you just do plus 2. Why did I do plus 2 here? Because I've already counted the last two ones. उनको तो मैं count कर ही रहा हूँ अपने LCS के अंदर, sorry LPS के अंदर, the longest palindromic subsequence. उन दोनों का तो same था, so we can arbitrarily keep those two the same. And then we just have to see, acha, what is the longest palindromic subsequence we can find within the range in these two. Like इन दोनों को तो काउंट कर लिया, फर्स्ट और लास्ट लेटर काउंट कर लिया, इनके बाद जो इसके जो अंदर वाली रेंज है, इसके अंदर लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिड्रोमिक सबसीक्वेंस निकालो, और वो लेट्स से लेंथ आए 7. अंदर इसका जो अंदर का जो एक्सप्रेशन था 1 till n minus 2, उसकी फर्ज कर लीजिए लेंथ आ गई 7. So within it, I chose this letter, कोई भी letter चूज किया, and that उसका longest palindromic subsequence 7 आया. We know end के जो दो letters हैं वो दोनों सेम हैं ही, तो उन दोनों को काउंट कर लो. ठीक है, so हमारी ओवरऑल लेंथ क्या आ जाएगी? 9 आ जाएगी. That's the case if the बाहर वाले लेटर सेम है. अगर बाहर लेटर सेम नहीं है, then what do you have to do? Else, if the मतलब बाहर वाले different हैं, then what you have to do is actually uh, you have to consider the LPS of 1 comma n minus 1 और the LPS of 0 को वहीं रखा और बाहर वाले को, राइट वाले को अंदर ले आए. इन दोनों केसेस का largest possible subsequence, right? You discarded one of them and you chose that answer. ठीक है, so in this case when I was finding the answer for ट्रिपल बी ए बी, हमने देखो क्या किया था, हमने कहा बाहर के तो दो मिल गए, हमें कम से कम लेंथ 2 तो आ गई है. अब now we just have to find out the longest palindromic subsequence in this. Now technically A is a palindrome in this, so we could have ended at A or we could have ended at BB. What was the longest one in this case? It was BB. सो बाहर से हमने ये दो लेटर्स लिए, और इस एक्सप्रेशन के अंदर व्हाट वाज द लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिंड्रोमिक सबसीक्वेंस यू कुड फाइंड, इट वाज एक्चुअली दिस. ठीक है. नाउ व्हाई डज दिस recursive functionality actually require dynamic programming? Well, it's the same reason. हम जब मूव इन कर रहे होंगे, हम देखो किस तरह मूव इन करते हैं. We can actually be ending up, we will actually end up making multiple recursive calls, right? Because यहाँ पर अगर फर्स्ट करें हमने शुरू किया था 0 और 4 से, और फर्स्ट कर लीजिए हमारे पास दोनों लेटर सेम नहीं थे, ठीक है ना. तो इसने कहा मूव इनटू 1 and 4 और मूव इनटू 0 and 3. फर्स्ट कर लीजिए फिर से ये दोनों सेम नहीं थे, तो इन दोनों को डबल कॉल्स करनी पड़ी. तो इसको ना सेम लिख लेता हूँ. So let's say you are starting at 04. Let's say letter, ये दोनों letters फिर से different आए. So then this would make two more calls. This would say 1. So this would say 2,4 and 1,3. And this one would say 1,3 and 0,2. Now notice how you made 1,3 in this root and in this root. So that's actually why you would need dynamic programming in this case as well. I think we would have to start again from the side we didn't discard, because we want palindrome. Because after mismatch, we can't consider the match letters in the start. इत्वान आपकी मुझे बात समझ नहीं है exactly, because we want palindrome. After mismatch, we can't consider the match letters in the start. क्या मतलब? Itwan, you want to explain what you mean here?
हेलो.
Yeah, जी बोलो.
या आप क्वेश्चन ऊपर करना जो हमने सॉल्यूशन निकाला. इसमें अगर मिसमैच आ गया तो फिर हमने हमारे पास जो शुरू में हमने बी जो मैच किया था उसको हम कंसिडर कर ही नहीं सकते ना, क्योंकि हम पैलिंड्रोम निकाल.
हाँ, तो क्यों नहीं कंसिडर कर सकते?
तो जो पैलिंड्रोम बनेगा नहीं तो रिजल्टिंग स्ट्रिंग पैलिंड्रोम नहीं बनेगी हमारे.
नहीं, अच्छा फर्स्ट करें यहाँ पर जो आपने कहा था ना, फर्स्ट करें जो मैंने शुरू से किया, और मैंने फर्स्ट और लास्ट देखा, मैंने कहा बी और बी सेम है. अब मैंने कहा इसके इन दोनों की तरफ से अंदर आ जाओ. सो इसको आगे बढ़ा लो, इसको आगे बढ़ा लो. सो नाउ योर रेंज इज दिस. इस रेंज के अंदर ढूंढो. अब आपने देखा बी और ए डिफरेंट है, तो आप कह रहे हैं कि डिस्कार्ड कर दो ये अंदर वाली पूरी कंडीशन.
जो जो बी हमने काउंट किया तो वो तो डिस्कार्ड करनी पड़ेगी ना, क्योंकि अब जो भी
पड़ेंगे
कि अब जो भी पैलिंड्रोम मिलेगा उसमें वो बी वो वाला बी और बी तो आएगा ही नहीं ना.
देखो, इसलिए मैंने कहा था हम सीक्वेंस ले रहे हैं ना. सब सीक्वेंस का क्या मतलब है? वी कैन लुक द सब सीक्वेंस बेसिकली you are picking letters to मतलब ignore some letters from this. A subsequence has to be in order. For example, a subsequence of this is b, ये वाला b उठाया, फिर ये वाला b उठाया और ये वाला b उठाया. That is subsequence. Subsequence मतलब सीक्वेंस में आप उठाते रहे हो, लेकिन you can ignore values in दरमियान में. सबस्ट्रिंग के अंदर मतलब होता है कि यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक, या यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक. सबस्ट्रिंग ये होता है. आप शायद सबस्ट्रिंग के अलोंग सोच रहे हैं.
ओके.
जब हमें सबसीक्वेंस निकाल रहा था, we could either choose or not choose a letter ना, तो ऑन और ऑफ कर रहे हैं एक तरह से.
सही सही.
ठीक है, सही है. ओके ओके. So if I was to memorize this, firstly let's look at LPS के अंदर we have a string. let's say string हमारे पास let's say global variable है. We start at an index I, left वाला pointer और right वाला pointer. In this case the length of the string was 5. So हमारा start और end क्या थे? 0 और 4 थे, right? How many possible values are there of I and how many possible values are there of J? I की कितनी possible values हैं? हमारा लेफ्ट पॉइंटर कितनी जगह पे खड़ा हो सकता है? 5. बिल्कुल सही. और इसकी कितनी वैल्यूज हैं? इसकी भी टेक्निकली 5 है, लेकिन J हैज टू बी अहेड ऑफ इट, तो 5 से भी कम होंगी, लेकिन यू गेट द आइडिया. सो 5 times 5. इफ यू आर लेट्स से इग्नोरिंग, मतलब उल्टी भी कॉल्स हो जाएंगी हमारे पास, लेकिन यू गेट द आइडिया कि सारी कॉल्स अगर हम काउंट करें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कितनी होंगी? 5/5. टेक्निकली J हैज टू कम आफ्टर I, है ना, तो उसकी थोड़ी सी कम होंगी. लेकिन if you actually had to find out how many possible calls can this function make, ठीक है, it would be n square, right? Now you were just gonna memorize all of those possible calls. If I was memorizing all of those calls, I would have to make a DP table of size n by n, right? And that's why I actually made the table shuru mein. So this table would actually look something like this. ठीक है? So यहाँ पर आप represent करोगे I, sorry. So this represents I, and this represents actually नहीं. I think the convention is कि left side पे right pointer होता है ना, left side पे. I यहाँ पर है, J यहाँ पर है. So I could start at let's say 0 और J भी 0, I 0 और J भी 0 एंड कर रहे हैं, तो इसका मतलब क्या है? We are just considering the substring or the subsequence, actually no, the substring that ends and starts at the first index. So basically just this. This is the only thing in our range. 0 till 4 का मतलब था 0 से लेकर 4 तक all strings inclusive. 0 till 0 का मतलब है just this. So is this, what is the longest common subsequence from 0 till 0? इसका आंसर क्या होगा? What is the length of the longest palindromic subsequence?
1 ही होगा यहाँ.
1 होगा, बिल्कुल सही, because in this range this is a palindrome itself, so इसका आंसर 1 है. And in fact, for all of the indexes where I is equal to j, I'm basically considering length 1k ranges. So basically individual characters को मैं compare कर रहा हूँ. So in this table, जहाँ पर भी I और j same होगा, उसका आंसर क्या होगा? So if I am considering the length 0 till 0, so basically, so अगर मैं string में यहाँ पे लिख दूँ B B B A B, right? So this is considering just this length. ठीक है, तो इसका आंसर 1 होगा. If I am considering just 1 till 1, तो इसका आंसर भी 1 होगा. If I am considering just 2 till 2, इसका आंसर भी 1 होगा, इसका भी आंसर 1 होगा. So diagonal पे आपने सारे 1s भर दिए. That makes sense? हमारा J has to be ahead of I. I left है और J left right pointer है ना. So J has to be in front of I. That makes sense? Right, that makes sense? And so, actually 15 minutes break and we'll just try to finish this and then we'll end the tutorial. So J has to be ahead of I. तो J कहाँ से शुरू होगा? It has to start at least I. So जब भी आप कॉल कर रहे होगे, you will never ask 3, 1. You cannot start at 3 and end at 1. है ना? I has to be smaller than J. So all of the indexes over here, look at all of the indexes over here. यहाँ पर क्या है? I की वैल्यू 2 है और J की वैल्यू 0 है. I की वैल्यू 3 है और J की वैल्यू 0 है. ठीक है ना? यहाँ पर I और J सेम थे. यहाँ पर I J से छोटा है. और in all of these values, J is bigger than I. Sorry, यहाँ पर I इससे बड़ा था और यहाँ पर I इससे छोटा है. That makes sense? Does anyone have any confusion as to what I just did here? This triangle is all illegal. This triangle is perfectly legal. Does anyone have any questions about this? Okay. So when we're actually filling up the table, we're actually only going to be considering this part. That makes sense? Okay. Now, when you're actually filling up the table, how will it work? Where will you start at?
हमें राइट साइड से फिल करनी चाहिए.
राइट साइड से कौन से? सो राइट पे यहाँ पे मतलब सारी वैल्यूज हैं. कहाँ से भरना शुरू
So
करेंगे?
when I at 0 and J is at 4, हमें वहाँ से that's how we were doing it.
So I think you guys probably remember how you did it in LCS. शायद I think उसमें भी यही शायद कराते हैं. So it depends. It basically depends upon what the relationship of the recursion is. What is the relationship of the recursion? The function was कि the LPS of I till J depends upon अगर same होए तो we just look at I plus 1 and J minus 1 का आंसर है ना. We just look at this answer और उसमें 2 ऐड कर देंगे, right? इसको थोड़ा साफ करके लिख लेता हूँ. The LPS of I and J depends on if I is equal to J, like the letter of I is equal to J, if these two are the same, then what we can do is we can just move inside. We can ask LPS of I plus 1 and j minus 1 अंदर मूव कर लो and just add 2 to the length because we counted the last two वाले. अगर दोनों सेम नहीं हैं तो फिर हमने क्या किया, वी लुक्ड एट I को आगे बढ़ा दिया और j को वहीं रखा, या हमने I को वहीं रखा और j को कम कर दिया और इन दोनों का मैक्स ले लिया, बिकॉज मेक सेंस, यू नो, इन इस रेंज में जो भी मैक्स आंसर आ रहा है उसको कंसिडर कर लो, राइट. अब let's look at this table. Given that I'm standing at a cell, I'm trying to fill this cell. I plus 1 और j minus 1 पे मैं डिपेंड करता हूँ. So if I'm standing at this cell, where is I plus 1? I increases downwards, right? So I plus 1 will be over here. अगर this is actually 1,3. So I have to go to I plus 1 and j minus 1. तो j minus 1 इस डायरेक्शन में होगा. So my answer depends upon I plus 1, j minus 1, this field. If I was at 1,3, I depend on 2,2. है ना, I plus 1 हो गया, j minus 1 हो गया. So in the case that the letters are the same, let's say this letter and this letter were the same, my answer would depend upon this guy. ठीक है? So if you think about it, you can never fill the table from this corner. ठीक है, if you start filling on this corner इसके तुम्हारा आंसर इसके पास होगा नहीं, right? You depend upon something that is to the left and down of you. ठीक है, now let's look at this guy. This guy depends on I plus 1, so downwards, I plus 1 comma j. If I'm standing at this cell and it depends upon, let's say ये दोनों letters different थे, I plus 1 comma j का आंसर देखना पड़ेगा, मतलब j वही है, this answer, look at this value and look at I वही रहा, j minus 1 कर दिया, इस value को देखा. So your answer will depend upon the max of this value and this value. Is this clear, or does anyone want me to explain this part again? ठीक है, does everyone get this relationship, or does anyone want me to explain it again? ठीक है, okay. Now think about how would you fill up your DP table. अच्छा, one way to fill up the DP table is like this. इस तरह जाओ, ठीक है? If we filled it up like this, let's try to see if we can actually try to find some problems. We're going to start at this stage. We're going to look at this answer and this. अच्छा, ये वाला आंसर तो होगा नहीं, we will immediately discard कर देंगे. But you're going to look at this answer and this answer. ठीक है, आपने भर दिया, तो ये वाला आंसर आराम से भर दिया. इस जगह आए, इसका आंसर डिपेंड करता है यहाँ पर और यहाँ पर और यहाँ पर. इसका आंसर भरा हुआ था. Did you have the answers in this case? You didn't, right? Does everyone see what the problem here was? I'll make it clear again. The first case बहुत आराम से पास हो गया because हमने लेफ्ट पर देखा और नीचे लिखा और यहाँ पे देखा, ये वाला तो ट्राइंगल पूरा क्रॉस है, so you never look at these answers. If this is the answer तो आप कहते हैं अच्छा, you don't even need to look at this answer, है ना? If you're standing at this location, let's say you're standing, now you want to find out, we were going like this. Let's say the order of filling up the table was like this, right? हमारा याद रखिए, हमारा eventual answer क्या है? Eventual answer है the entire range. We're considering from 0 till n minus 1. So 0 till n minus 1 exists over here. This, comma this. यहाँ पर हमारा final answer है. ठीक है? Remember, this is where we want to get to. अभी हम भर रहे हैं इस तरह. ठीक है? If you're filling in this direction, when you got to this square's answer depends upon, हमने कहा था ना, एक तो था कि j वही रहा, I plus 1 हो गया, या I वही रहा, j minus 1 हो गया. You know, लेफ्ट पॉइंटर को वहीं रखा आपने, लेकिन राइट पॉइंटर को हमने अंदर कर दिया, या हमने लेफ्ट वाले पॉइंटर को आगे कर दिया. दिस इज बेसिकली I plus 1. या अगर सेम थे तो इस पर डिपेंड कर लिया. ठीक है? Someone message me? अच्छा, Discord. ठीक है. So if you're trying to fill in this cell, you won't be able to fill in this cell, and that generally will hold for any row. जब भी आप फिल कर रहे होगे रो, उसके आंसर्स आपके लेफ्ट और राइट और बॉटम पे डिपेंड करेंगे. So if you fill in the memo table like this, is it clear that you won't be able to fill in the memo table? Do you guys see the problem? Yeah, should I explain it a little more, मतलब slowly, थोड़ा और clearly समझाऊं? ठीक है? So once again the relationship depends upon कि अच्छा we would check cell I plus 1 j minus 1. तो अगर मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ I plus 1 is over here, j minus 1 is over here. So if I am standing at this, I plus 1 j minus 1 is over here. I always have to look at the answer to my bottom left. कभी देख सकता हूँ मैं, यह हो सकता है मेरा आंसर I plus 1 j या I j minus 1 पे हो. तो अगर मैं कहीं भी खड़ा हुआ हूँ I might have to check I plus 1 j या j और I minus 1. तो यहाँ पर और यहाँ पर हो सकता है मेरा आंसर है. तो अगर यहाँ पर मेरे लेटर्स डिफरेंट थे, आई वुड आस्क दिस गाइस आंसर एंड दिस गाय आंसर. लेकिन इसका आंसर तो मेरे पास भरा हुआ है, टिक लगा हुआ है मेरे पास, लेकिन इसका आंसर मेरे पास है ही नहीं. So this order of filling up the table is incorrect. We cannot fill up the table like this. If my answer always depends upon this side, ठीक है ना, I will my answer depends on something to the left, something to the bottom, and something to the bottom left. ठीक है ना, तो मेरे पास लेफ्ट वाले आंसर्स पहले से होने चाहिए. तो if I want my answers to the left, I have to go in this direction ना. कि मुझे if I have to look at some value that is to my left, that means that value has to be filled before me, है ना, मेरे से पहले भरी हो चुकी है. So left से तो हमें भरना है. और दूसरी बात है कि if I want to look at some value below me, then that value has to be there before you checked me. So it has to be filled before me. So नीचे से हमें ऊपर आना है. So we're going to be moving in this direction. up जा रहे होंगे and left जा रहे होंगे. ठीक है. We're going to start from here and we're going to move up the rows. लेकिन for each row you're going to be doing इस तरह भर रहे होंगे. ठीक है. You're going to fill the last row from the left. The last row is already filled. So we'll go to the second last row over here. We have to fill this cell. This cell will depend upon this guy or this guy or this guy. This guy is not here, so you're just going to take this guy or this guy's answer. यहाँ पर भर देगा, right? तो ये आंसर भर दिया. Now you started filling this row. इसका आंसर इससे पूछा जाएगा या इससे पूछा जाएगा या इससे पूछा जाएगा. ये तो एग्जिस्ट करते ही नहीं है, तो इन दोनों से पूछ लिया जाएगा और ये भर दिया जाएगा. Then when you fill this guy, he would ask the left or the down or the bottom left, right? This row इसको भी भर सकते हैं, इसको भी भर सकते हैं, इसको भी भर सकते हैं. ठीक है. The same idea is इसका आंसर यहाँ पे होगा तो ये भर जाएगा. इन तीनों का आंसर है तो ये भर जाएगा. इन तीनों का आंसर है तो ये भर सकते हैं. इन तीनों का आंसर है तो ये भर सकते हैं. एंड इफ यू नोटिस नेचुरली खुद से ही हमारा जो फाइनल आंसर था वो बिल्कुल एंड में भरा. राइट, दैट मेक्स सेंस. And that's basically the DP approach of finding LCS. You found out the relationship, and now you just have to fill in the table, and you just have to see अच्छा इस S of I और S of J को compare करो. You have to check अच्छा left और right वाली cells को देखने हैं या इस वाली cell को देखना है. And that's simple. You just find the answer. Are there any questions? नहीं तो we can finish. कोई भी सवाल नहीं है? Is there anything you would like me to clarify? कुछ part नहीं समझ आया था? Recursive relation सही समझ आया? Memoizing हमने इस order में क्यों की? कोई भी सवाल हो पूछ लें, वरना there's like 1 minute left of the meeting, we can finish it.